This Saturday, the Oregon town of Brownsville is once again celebrating the movie that put them on the cinematic map. It's time for Stand By Me Day, and we're gearing up for it with one of the biggest fans of the film, actor and comedian Daniel Van Kirk. How you doing?
Hello. Hi. Thanks so much for having me.
You bet. You love this day, don't you? Stand By Me
from
Day.
the racks and the stacks is the best on wax. How about another golden moldy twin spin from KLA in Portland? It's Boss. So,
I love it.
A little bit.
I love it. First of all, you're going to be in Portland, and it's going to be, let's see, Friday, August the 1st, right, at the Siren Theater?
Yeah, I'll be at the Siren Theater, 8 o'clock show. It's they have a new venue from the last time I was there. It's been a long time since I was in Portland, but only if you measure it in terms of years, which is also a line from Stand By Me. But yeah, I can't wait to be back. I love that theater. I love Shelley, who runs it there, and I'm excited to come back and do a show.
How many times have you watched Stand By Me? Do you have a count?
Countless. No, I have no. There was a time in my life where I would just like put it on before I went to bed. I was probably dealing with some sort of childhood trauma, as is everyone in the movie.
Yeah.
So it was a co-experience. But no, I love the film. I've been to Stand By Me days. I won a raffle there.
That's right. You won a raffle there.
Yeah. Every time I've done like shows in around Portland. Oh, there's me crushing it. Look at that. We were babies.
And do you remember what you got for the raffle? Like what you won?
Oh, I won cash.
Oh, wow.
I think it was the 50-50.
That's great.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, you could donate this back into the town," and I'm like, "I'm gonna donate it to my bar tab later tonight." But thank you. I love that festival. Is so much fun. It's cute. It's adorable. It's just a great day of walking through a town that hasn't changed that much since they filmed the movie.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
Yeah, they recreate a lot of stuff. They bring back people who were even extras in the movie, sometimes people who had speaking roles, and then they have little signs around where you can sort of see this is where that scene was shot and here's what it looks like today. And I've had Jerry O'Connell on my podcast.
Oh, tell me about that, because he seems like he would be a blast to chat with.
He is everything you want to. Yeah, so there's the Pen Pals podcast that Rory Scovel and I started together, and Jerry was on the show, and it was a dream come true in many ways. And he is everything you'd want him to be, just a delight and super fun, great energy, and there's still that Vern in there. So
is he the one you related to most on the movie?
Yeah, I was a chubby kid, definitely a chubby kid, so that worked out well for me. I did love cherry-flavored Pez more than anything, and it was a time in my life when I also needed a comb. So I identified with him a lot. But I think the great thing about that movie that at certain times in our life or certain times in our childhood, everyone can identify with one of those characters, and I think in a lot of ways, I mean, it's so sad, but River Phoenix's portrayal just hits so hard. It's just a kid trying to find his way about who he's going to be and knowing that it matters what he does. And I think all those kids are doing that, but he sort of seems enlightened. He has the scenes where he tells Gordy, like, you're going to enroll in the college courses, you're going to be a writer, and I wish somebody was around to tell you these things, but he's the one doing it. It's just such a beautiful film. But why tear up this early in the morning talking about a movie from the 80s?
Because it's Monday. We're still getting over the loss of the
That's
weekend.
actually the only reason you need to tear up, is because it's Monday.
I want to go back to Jerry O'Connell, because every time I've seen him on a talk show, and I'm assuming he's the same way on a podcast, is he's hilarious.
Oh gosh, yes. You know what he always delivers on is good energy, great energy, and that is something. I think that is ageless, it's timeless, and obviously it takes different forms at different times in our lives. But yeah, he just brings such a warm, fun, like, everybody get in here, let's have a great time sort of energy. And it's just super contagious. You can see why he's had continued success and still does, because he's just a great guy to be around and really fun.
Did he let anything slip about behind the scenes of the movie, or?
Well, yeah, what's funny is, so the Pen Pals is a podcast where people send us letters and then we write you back in audio form. But he had obviously heard about how much I love the movie. So when he sat down, we're like, all right, we're going to do some letters. He was like, all right, I'll tell you everything you want to know about Stand By Me. And so we were like, oh, well then that's all we're doing today. So yeah, he talked about, I can't remember if it was on mic or not, but there was a scene where they're running from the train, and he said that Rob Reiner was really mean to them that day, and it kind of put all of this like, dark cloud over the kids, but it really made them feel like super scared, like shooting that scene. And he also, talked about how it really bonded those guys for life, and even though they've all gone different ways, Corey's obviously gone a lot of different ways, and has his musical career that he pursues. But then, even Will Wheaton's kind of taken after Star Trek and everything, took more of a backseat to the public eye, but has done a lot of great things in the literary world and stuff like that. And Jerry's seen his career go, movies, TV, talk shows, stuff like that. And he's really just an entertainer. But he talked about how they just that summer, making that movie really sort of did make them friends for life, which is great because as we all know, as everyone should know, at the end of the movie, it talks about how they kind of all end up going separate ways and become just faces in a hallway, but not for the actors who are in Stand By Me. And it's a beautiful testament to the film and to them.
When you were growing up as a kid, did you realize you wanted to do comedy? I mean, maybe not when you were this little.
Yeah.
Look how cute.
Yeah, that's me with my first baby. Yeah, that's me and Diane, my mother. Yeah, I think, for me, it was something, I feel like I really thought it younger in life, much in the way that somebody's like, oh, I'm going to be a fireman or whatever. And then in my early 20s, growing up in the small town of Rochelle, Illinois, and I think I just sort of thought like, oh, you got to get a real job and work, and that's what life is. And then in my mid to late 20s is when I really came around to be like, I think I'm just supposed to do the thing I love, and then it won't really feel like work. And I got lucky. And then I've just continued to get luckier and luckier. I mean, to know you guys and the times I've gotten to do your shows and just have a career at all. It makes me happy. So.
Speaking of which, you do a podcast with Sklar Brothers. We love them.
Yeah.
And you were on the show with them back when we were doing an Oregon Humane Society segment, and you were holding puppies.
Oh, look, again, we're babies. That was probably, 2015 maybe? Ish?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. And that's how I got to know you guys. Yeah, the Sklars are the best. We have a podcast called Dumb People Town, and we've been doing that show since 2012. So we're old timers in the podcast world, 13 years. And they're just two of the best, you want to talk about good energy and have fun, that's Jason and Randy Sklar. So
we want to tell everyone. So first of all, you're going to be here Friday, August the 1st at the Siren Theater. But when you're in town, I'm going to ask you a favor. Can you please come be in our studio and say hi again?
100%.
Okay.
We'll do it all. I'll do the Mark Wahlberg character. Yeah. Well, as long as you guys have puppies, I can help get adopted and then try to take one home. And they're like, you got to fill out paperwork. And I'm like, it doesn't have a home. It doesn't care. I would love to come by. That would be the best. I'll come by that morning.
That'd be awesome. All right, we're going to put all the information for everyone on our website at KATU.com. Thank you so much, Daniel. Great to see you again.
Thank you. Great to see you guys. I'll see you soon.
Okay, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.